fully started with organic, and at this point I'm also doing ads for it. I mean, this is half organic, half Facebook, but now I'm doing like 230, 250k per month.
67 to 80k a month. Bro, you have been crushing it. Tell me about your experience with dropshipping and everything.
I've been doing it for almost 2 years now, so I think I started in like late summer of 2024. Yeah, everything with organic, of course. I started it by myself first. I made some sales. It didn't really work out. So at some point, I joined the program and it took quite some time. So I probably took like 3 or 4 months until I found some traction. And then I bought my first winner. Kind of small winner. It made like, I think 40k or something in 2024. Yeah, with organic. So pretty good margins there. After that, it kind of went down in like after Q4. It completely went down and I was kind of struggling. And then it took some time again to find a new winner. I think I found it in end of February, like beginning of March. And that's kind of the big winner I had then with organic. Probably made like, I think like 300 or 400k in total. It's still running right now. But like right now it's not making any more money, to be honest. So that was kind of the big thing there. At some point, I kind of made a transition to another product, like a fully custom product, which was kind of similar to the winner I had. Kind of the same kind of product, just a different niche. And I kind of customized it fully. And it took ages to even get it started because it's like kind of complicated.
I remember how every week you came into my call and were asking about like the customization of the product, how we can change it and all of that. It took so long, but it was worth it obviously because like the more it takes for you to customize it and like the more you perfect it, all of a sudden no one can replicate it, no one can copy it.
Exactly. Yeah, because it takes like a lot of time first of all, and then it also takes money. Like I was lucky I could just take the money I made from the winner, just reinvest it basically. It has like a really high MOQ. I mean, I was able to get samples first, so that's great. But yeah, definitely it has like a really high barrier to entry. That's kind of the brand I'm running right now in which I'm scaling. Yeah, I ran it with organic I'm still running it with organic, but I fully started with organic. And at this point, I'm also doing ads for it. And I got also organic going still, of course. And that's kind of the brand I'm kind of scaling right now.
Oh, so close. 60 more.
Yeah, this month I'm definitely going to hit it. That's for sure. I mean, this is, I would say half organic, half Facebook, probably around that. So I started Facebook end of January this year. It actually worked right away. Like it's just such a good product. I mean, of course, I'm not like specialist at ads, but I kind of like took my stuff from organic because I've just been doing it for so long and it just worked right away. Of course, it's like a totally different kind of thing, like organic to Facebook, but it still worked right away. Since then, I'm kind of like fully focusing on my Facebook stuff and organic is still running. I have creator on it. It's still making like really good, like probably 20 to 30k in revenue every month with organic.
Can you maybe go in the last like 3 months or so?
It's like 90 days, friends.
Yeah.
2 days. Yeah, so majority of the money was made here, right? But now I'm doing like 230, 250k per month. I'm actually kind of stuck right now, so that's kind of what I'm trying to get over. I kind of scaled it up, and at some point, the ads were just fatiguing, and just like the main thing I have to do right now is just finding new winning ads. That's kind of the main challenge. I'm just getting better at ads.
How much is it doing in profit? And maybe also, can you refresh the screen so people know it's real?
Yeah, so I would say it's probably, the thing is, it's a mix of organic and Facebook. So it's so hard to tell. Like it's probably around like this, what you see is probably like 35% profit. Pretty good. Yeah.
200 something K in the last 3 months in profit.
Pretty much.
Not bad at all. That's not bad at all. It's like what, 67 to 80k a month?
Yeah, it's doing pretty good. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but I got the majority of money like in stock right now. That's kind of the thing, like, because it's all like MOQ and it's not just like drop shipping. It's actually like, I always have to like plan ahead, inventory management. Maybe we can get into that later, but
this is the very first time you're doing these kind of numbers, right?
Yeah. I mean, last Q4, I already was doing with organic, like 100k in November and in December, 100k each month.
Okay.
Like
so
as a combination of,
profit.
Around that, like it was like a combination of this store and another one, like basically the past main winner I had.
Okay. So are you doing this full time?
Yeah, of course.
When did you have a job and you quit it, or did you like just instantly do it full time?
Yeah. So basically I had a job in like end of 2024. and I got fired. And then I went like all in, and then it worked.
Okay,
So
so the good thing.
yeah,
Good thing you got
it was
fired.
funny actually. I had a call like with Pepe. I was like, I just got fired, and then he was like, "Yeah, that's the best thing that could have happened to you." And actually, pretty much after that, I actually found that first little winner that made like 40K in 2024 Q4.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny.
How is it generally? Like you live fully off dropshipping. This is the main thing you do. How's life?
Yeah, pretty boring. Like it's not like the flashy kind of lifestyle. Like I'm still fully in the grind, you know. Nothing really has changed. Like I literally still live in my parents' house. I'm probably going to move out this year, but
Okay, so you're
nothing has
just
changed.
stacking money.
Yeah, basically.
What do you think was the main kind of leverage point? What was the most helpful for you to scale to these kind of numbers?
You mean like with Facebook or like with organic? Because it's kind of different.
I mean, we can go through both.
So with organic, I would say, I mean, it was just literally just putting in the time. I mean, most people with organic are just so lazy. It's crazy. I've just done it so long, and I also had these down phases. Like as I said, after that first winner, like it was like kind of depressing. I was making like 5K a month in revenue. Yeah, you just got to grind it out and then find that next winner. Like I was scrolling so long on AliExpress to find a new product, and I actually found it on AliExpress. Yeah, so the main leverage thing is just putting in time and effort. Of course, with the right guidance, then that's ideal. Like with Facebook, it's just like building out like a team. Like that's probably because with organic, I can already tell you, like I wasn't really building a team back then. Like I was literally doing everything myself. I was editing videos until like couple months ago now. And then one of the coaches told me like, what the fuck are you doing? You're making like more than 50K profit a month. And then then I got an editor. But yeah, for organic, I wasn't really hiring much. I also wasn't hiring creators back then, which is probably also not a good idea. Because it's just so much leverage. So that's kind of stuff I had to learn really late. I would say that's like one of the main leverage things at the moment. Just like finding people who like are good at what they do, and then you basically have to teach them, of course, to make it properly. And then it's like a superpower basically because you can like just
100%.
outsource stuff and like yeah, it's great.
Every task which you do and then you did it and you felt productive because you did it, you should be mad that you had to do it instead of someone else, and then it would have been even better. Because at some point you really realize that every like 90% of all the tasks you generally have in a business, you can spend a few $1,000s a month to not do them ever again, and they're going to be the same quality as how you do them, and all of a sudden you wasted your time. Like if you make 50K profit plus, no way you can do low leverage activities and be profitable at the same time. Like it just like your time is now worth significantly more if you make like literally thousands of dollars in profit every single day, which like changes the whole perception of money. And because most people just like are used to or what their time was worth back in the day, they just keep grinding on like these little details and these little tasks which are kind of bullshit, because you just like don't learn that you have to value your time more. You know, like you think, oh no, I have this money, I have to save it. I can just do it myself. And then I save $2,000 a month. That's great. Why wouldn't I do that? With this time, you can now make significantly more money with other things because it's just higher leverage activities. And obviously, let's say like planning out an ad is way higher leverage than editing the ad, or like
Yeah.
figuring out what the next product is, or finding the next split test which is going to win, is so much higher leverage than just like doing a little task. Yeah, this is like super important. But for you inside of the program, like maybe you can describe to people how it is in general, and what was the most helpful for you.
Yeah, so you get a couple of one-on-one calls a week. That's definitely probably one of the biggest parts, the most helpful parts. And you have multiple coaches, and also each coach is kind of like has his own like expertise. Like there's guys like who do more like the technical stuff, who are really good at that, and there's guys who are really good at content and kind of coming up with ideas. Tobias, for example, he's like the most creative guy I know. Like he comes up with crazy ideas for organic.
Yeah.
Of course, group calls. Then there's a WhatsApp group where you can ask any question. One of the most important things is just having like other people who do the same thing. Because like if you're at your hometown, like even though I'm not like living in the smallest like village or something, it's like nobody does that here. Just finding people who do the same thing, it's like a game changer because you can, they have a similar mindset. Yeah, also like actually in the program, what's also great, what I never really hear somebody talk about is like you can also like find people who are maybe like more beginners and just like employ them basically. And they work for you, learn with you. And I mean, we talked about the hiring already, kind of a couple of people who work for me are from the program, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. And this is something which like keep encouraging everyone to do this, because you have to understand, as a beginner, working for an advanced dropshipper is the best thing that can ever happen to you, because you get paid to learn, which is kind of crazy. If you have a beginner dropshipper who is employed with you, they can ask you any question and you're going to respond, you're going to help them, because you're also benefiting from them becoming better, right? So you're super hands-on with your employees, and it makes sense to work for a dropshipper. This is not just like a regular job. This is like legit, you learn a bunch of stuff at the same time while you make money. For the other side, if you're an advanced dropshipper, the best thing that can ever happen to you is hiring a beginner dropshipper, because they're super motivated, they grind hard, and they really try to make things work. And they're also way more passionate than like finding another person. So like this kind of connection from advanced students with beginner students is probably the most valuable part for both parties. And it just makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of like a sub mentor also.
Yep.
Like you have the mentorship mentors, and then you can also do that. Yeah. And actually, I also like in the beginning, I worked for some actual mentors from the mentorship.
Yeah.
It was also great to learn, like as a creator, you know. And yeah, it's just a win-win, like you said. That's great.
Actually, good point. Like, I don't know why not more people talk about this and why not more people do this in general,
Yeah,
but this is
it
like,
just popped up in my mind,
makes,
kind of.
yeah, it makes so much sense in general. Like also all the people we hire are people from the program. Like we have zero employees ever from not the program. It's everyone who we ever hired for any business is always from the program, because we can validate them. Like we know it's actually people who grind really hard. For them, it's really good to make good money and live wherever you want in the world. And this is also like a remote job where you do something where you learn a bunch of stuff about business is probably the best thing that can ever happen to you. So yeah, they're super valuable for both sides. What would you say, like working with people who are more on the beginner side, what do you see like their main mistakes are, what they're doing wrong?
Okay, good question. Like, let's maybe talk about the organic creators. I would say the main issue is just consistency. Like, you know, I've tried a lot of creators, like I worked with a lot, and it's just about consistency, because you're just not gonna get results right away. I guess your job to keep them motivated. That's probably the hard part. But sometimes it's just like it's just not going to happen anyways. Like you can't really do much more there. So I would say consistency is probably the biggest thing. Yeah, pretty standard thing to say, but it's true.
No, it is true. It is true. And like, obviously now, like we've seen a big trend on people doing like TikTok Shop, AI, Amazon and stuff like that. And it works extremely well. However, you kind of chose the path to stick to organic, to stick to Facebook and just do the kind of classic dropshipping business model. I think we have to be clear here. If you have the skill of organic, and you have a really good product, like you definitely have an advantage on Facebook. Also, the same thing with TikTok Shop AI. Like if you make really good videos with AI, you have a massive, maybe even stronger advantage on Facebook. Maybe talk about your transition to Facebook and how that went, like the beginning, like the technical issues, and like in general, how it was for you from day one on Facebook.
Yeah, actually, maybe before that, I actually wanted to start on TikTok Shop first. I fully opened the TikTok Shop and all that, but I don't know. I just didn't like it, to be honest. Like just gotta be honest. Like I didn't really like it. So at the same time, I was kind of starting Facebook, and it just worked right away. And then I was like, okay, let me just double down on this. I mean, of course, TikTok Shop is also great, but it's not really my thing, I guess. It's probably something I want to do later down the line. For the transition, basically, the first issue was I made an ad account. It got banned straight away. So welcome to Facebook, I guess. But like literally no reason for it. Like it had some payment issue, and like I didn't even pay a single dollar, you know, in ads yet. So that was super annoying, and that actually held me back in the beginning, because when I was creating new accounts, like it also got banned. Like I don't know. And then at some point, I just used an agency account, like from the program as like some agency. Then that worked, I guess, and then that was the account I kind of scaled on. For the ads itself, yeah, it's definitely different than organic. It's like, of course, more salesy. Yeah, but it just worked right away. I probably just got kind of lucky too, but it was kind of a mix of luck and just having a really good product, and then also like having the organic knowledge, I guess. Like for Facebook, I also then kind of really started to actually try to build a real business. Like in the past like months,
100%.
Like it's actually crazy. Like there's so much more to ecom. It's insane. Like every day I'm figuring out something new. Like now I'm going to launch on Amazon with my product. I'm just waiting for some stock stuff to get figured out. Then you have inventory management, which is a pain in the ass because this product just takes so long to make. And you always got to like plan ahead, like, okay, how much am I going to sell in the next, like in like 50 days down the line? Like it's pretty difficult.
I remember when I saw your product, I also kind of had a really good feeling for Facebook. Like this is something which generally stood out. I'm pretty sure I remember this, like how we talked about like you should start on Facebook, definitely. It can happen that you can start making money right off the bat. It's not a super common thing that everything works from the second one. But like when you test a good product with good videos in a good store, you kind of have like a 50% chance of making a lot of money instantly, like which is kind of crazy. But the product has to be really good, the videos has to be really good, and store has to be really good. Obviously coming from the organic game, store is like another topic. It's not, no one optimizes that shit. And like all the back end, no one talks about, like it's more of a how do you go viral game. Now it's a very different thing, and like every small change in your AOV and like the back end conversion rate changes everything, right?
Yeah, it's a massive difference. Just like, and then also at the side, still having organic running, like having creators there, managing them, coming up also with organic ideas. Of course, at some point you want to have a creator who's actually like a killer, who's like, who has experience and who also comes up with his own stuff. That's the ideal scenario to kind of get that automated. Because like this product, as I said earlier, like it's still doing like 20, 30K revenue per month, which is like a really high profit margin actually on this one. Like it's still doing really good money, and that's like on the side. And it's also good for the whole brand because posting organic content, it's just because I'm actually trying to build a brand here, right? Not some like what I did earlier, I guess. Yeah. And there's so many aspects to it. And then of course, like the main engine of the brand, let's say, is like just the meta ads. And you just gotta like constantly, right now I'm constantly coming up with new ideas. Most of them fail, of course. So you gotta like try to learn making things like with intention. Like, and that's what I'm kind of struggling with, like these feedback loops on my ads, like making an ad like with like a hypothesis, and then like, okay, this is surely going to work, and then it doesn't work, and then you got to figure out, okay, why does this not work? Like, and then you got to apply that to the next ads. Like, I feel like that's like more Facebook ad thing. I mean, organic also kind of maybe, but not that much.
Once you find like a few winning angles, you can ride on them for a while. And then what's interesting is like when you test something on Facebook, if it works right away, all of a sudden you don't really know why it worked. So you have an ad and it has 10 features in it and it explains a bunch of stuff. And there's mainly one reason why people buy after watching this ad. And you have to figure out which specific thing it actually was in this ad which made them buy. So you think, oh, I should just use the same hook and make the other ad, and it's also going to work because this hook is so good. But then it doesn't work because it was something else. So you have to figure out what in this ad was the converting thing. This is kind of also something which definitely has to be split tested. In conclusion, in general, like for people who are just starting out right now, what's the main recommendation you would give to them here?
I mean, it really depends on your situation. If you don't have much money to start, then Facebook is just going to be like a black hole pretty much. Probably not going to start out on Facebook like my start, because in my case, like I already had a really good product and I had like the whole setup already. Like I had like a store, even though it was like much worse a couple of months ago, and I'm still working on it. Like I just had a good like position to start from, but like that's because I've been doing it for like more than 1.5 years at that point already. So like if you're fully starting out, probably also, like we talked about earlier, just having like kind of trying to learn from somebody, like be it a mentor or just somebody who you work for. So, I mean, of course, joining a mentorship is great. Maybe if you can't afford it, you just need to find out some way, like how can I work for somebody who's like ahead of me in what I want to do. And that's a massive thing. You could even work for somebody for free just to get like these insights. Could also make a lot of sense. It's just worth like educating yourself. Yeah, probably started with organic. I mean, of course, there's also TikTok Shop and all that, but I just can't tell you much about that because that's not my thing. Like, I just don't know much about it. So, like, from my perspective, I would probably start it with organic, just try to find some really good winner. And then once I made like, I don't know, like 10K profit with that, I would maybe even at some point try to like really, because like really just thinking ahead and just trying to figure out maybe something you could build custom. I don't know if this is good advice, to be honest. Maybe it's terrible advice to like build something custom so early.
In the beginning, it's horrible advice. In the beginning, it's bad advice.
Okay.
But like after you learn what you're doing, it's really good advice. Because a beginner building something custom, they're gonna build bad shit, like they
Yeah.
don't know what's good, and they're gonna just think something is good that is not. So I think like the best way of doing it is just starting off with something that's proven to work, which is like very simple. Essentially, like kind of how we approach it in the mentorship program is we just see like in what situation you are, and then we see what the best fit is in terms of which strategy. Essentially, there's three strategies: Facebook organic, and TikTok shop / Amazon and AI stuff. And it really just depends on like kind of how much time, how much budget, and what your preferences are, what you should be starting with. Pretty big decision, which we have to do in the very beginning when we start working together. And yeah, that's just something which we do in the beginning in the assessment calls. So if you're interested in joining the program, you can also click the link below, sign up for a call, and we see if it's a good fit. But other than that, essentially, there are only these three strategies which are viable. It's super important to say that starting out with Facebook is mostly the wrong move unless you have a lot of money or experience and you're willing to burn like $20,000-$30,000, no problem, then it makes sense. But other than that, the organic ways are just generally an easier way to start. There's no risk involved. As I said, if you're interested in joining the program, click the link below. We see which strategy fits best and we can take it from there.